It's funny because last night, me and Gavin were gonna play Dauntless, and then we just like went off of, it pretty much was my fault, but we went off like one tangent to another tangent to another tangent to another tangent to another tangent, and just kept going on. And it's like, for me, like, I feel like out of anybody that I could talk to this about would be him. Because I don't know if there's anybody else out there, if I talk to them about this, especially if they just started out in streaming, that they would be able to, they probably would just deflect and go, oh man, it's not that bad, or, you just gotta keep working at it. And it's like, shut up. Like, shut up. Like, I just want to like tell the person, just stop talking. But like, it's weird because like starting my stream, like I'll be on my phone, getting the tweet out, getting the Facebook message out, going to my stories, posting it there, making sure that Discord posts that I'm live because I have my bot, whatever it is. Make sure that they post that. I just posted it at 10:08. So I do all these things. I try to figure out all this stuff. I'm just like, what do I do? Blah blah blah. I'm trying to do all this research and all this look into things, and then I get into it, and then like, none of like the viewers like come in from that. Nobody cares, you know what I mean? And so like, to me, I go, if nobody's gonna care, then why should I make the work and the effort to do it? Like, I'm sure people see it. If there was a way, if in like, you know how they do with Instagram stories and they do with Facebook stories and Snapchats, I'm sure as well, I would love it to see how many people physically sees my Facebook post. It doesn't have to be a story, just Facebook posts. How many people saw it and how many people just ignored it, because then that gives me like a better idea to go, okay, like it's just not reaching that many people, or okay, the algorithm sucks. Like, it makes you feel better to kind of go, okay, that's fine. Like, sometimes I'll like have a Snapchat story, or not Snapchat, but an Instagram story posted, and it'll take an hour, and then all of a sudden an hour goes by and there's no views. All of a sudden another hour goes by and now 6 people have saw it. And it's like, well, what the fuck, and there's all that timing, right? There's all that ideology of like, well, what the fuck do you do? How do you figure this out? Well, what's the best scenario? Blah 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 blah. And it starts to beat you up in your head. Like, I like looking up stats and I like understanding that stuff, but I just wish there was more of a way to like see, who saw this. That's what they have like with Twitch. They have like what's called Twitch analytics, I believe. Like, I think that's what it's called. Hold on, let me look it up. It's called analytics. Yeah, analytics. So I can click on an analytic, and like the one that I posted, it said Levy is live. It's in playing Gunfire Born Again. Had a lot of fun with this game. Feeling better than Wednesday, so hopefully a longer stream tonight. Blah blah. I put the hashtags, and then I put the pic with the link, and it says view all the engagements. It says impressions times people saw this tweet on Twitter was 188 people saw this tweet on Twitter. So it was 188 people. Legitimately, nobody came in from that tweet. Nobody clicked, total engagements, that's times people interacted. I'm guessing that means clicked on. Media engagements, no. So media engagements, number of clicks on your media counted across videos, vines, gifs, and images. So that was 3. Retweets, I think it was 2. 1 like. Detail expands, times people viewed the details about the tweet. So like, somebody else is doing, I think, what I'm doing right now, which is this, which is 1. So 188 people saw it, but didn't come here to help get the stream more viewers. So like, you look at that, you go, okay, that one had 188. Maybe that's not good. Okay, let's look at this one. My link, or my clip of me defeating Luwu tonight on stream. The analytics there had 182 impressions. Media views were 32. Total engagements 10. Media engagements, okay, so then from there on, those are just kind of like maybe the number of clicks. So 182 impressions for that, but it had 4 likes and 1 retweet. The one above that had 188 impressions, but it had only 1 like and 2 retweets. So it makes you think and go, how does one thing get more than the other when the other one had less impressions? I guess it's stupid, it's dumb, it's a headache to get into, but it seems like a lot of my impressions make about the same. I get about 160, between 160 to about 160 to about 190 from the past 3 tweets. but I also have 460 followers. Okay. I have 460 followers. So maybe if I had 500 more followers, then maybe I'd be okay. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, but that's the thing, is it's like, how many followers do I need to have in order to, you know, get people to, when you engage, or I don't know. Has anyone ever like been like, hey man, the only people I know is where YouTube is believable is YouTube has been proven that some people will go and say, hey, I've never came and watched your live stream before. I've never seen your live stream, so I'm coming from here to check you out, because YouTube is a good way to watch VODs. And I know you said that before, Gavin, and I know other people have said that before. I mean, some otherwise you watch Twitch VODs. I mean, if Rob or anybody that I watch regularly put up VODs, I would watch them. I would rather watch VODs than highlights, crazy enough. I still want to like try to use my YouTube as a way to like put content on there, or put VODs on there, or anything. I've been still trying to want to put my music on there. Post a picture on Facebook, get 10 likes. Post that same picture on your story and get 300 views. Moral of the story is most people don't like you, but they watching you. Yeah, so why do people use social? I don't get why people use social media. I don't get why people, so are people just using social media as a form to just like news outlet then? Like, I don't know. Like, if I honestly, dude, if I put a poll right now, if I had a big enough audience, I put a poll right now and I said, where do you come to my stream to watch my content? Or like, where do you go? And if somebody told me Twitter and they didn't show up ever, I'd say, why'd you just lie to me right now? Like, why did you just lie to me? If they say, oh yeah, I follow you stuff through Instagram. Like, there's this one person, and I'm not calling people out. I just noticed this one person who watches me, or he liked one of my 7 Days to Die clips on Instagram, and now it seems like he's always liking all my clips, which is cool, like, awesome, good for you. But he hasn't yet came into the stream and been like, yo, I found you through my I follow you on Instagram, I really like your clips on there, see that you always post the stuff about your Twitch stuff, I want to come and stop by and see what it was about. And I'm like, why are people not doing that? Like, I can't tell you how many times I will, like, even like a very small artist, like this one person that I recently followed, I went and said, does he have an Instagram? Does he have a Facebook? Does he have a Twitter? And I followed everything because I'm supporting you. Like, I'm supporting you. I don't think people really understand that concept. I don't feel like people get that whole, like, how do you grow on a platform? But that's why people like go ape shit and are like, I'm gonna be a streamer, I'm gonna be a podcaster, I'm gonna make meme clips on YouTube, I'm gonna make react videos, and it's like, what are people gonna be engaged by you then? You're giving them 4 different options to choose to like you from. Just pick one thing, stick to it, so they know what to follow. If you have 6 different things that you're fucking doing, people are going to be like only interested in the specific things, and then that's gonna piss you off because you're gonna go, why don't you like all my things? But the only reason you're doing all those things is so that you get noticed. But then you get mad because they're not noticing all the things, they're only noticing that one particular thing they like that you're doing. So then that's where, like, for me, like, yeah, I'm gonna post those clips on Instagram or those little fun little things or whatever stuff, but it bothers me that you don't take that and go, I'm going to then come to your site where you do these things. That makes me want to watch you fully. Think of this, I bet when someone like Man posts something on Twitter, his impressions would probably be like several thousand, but only 200 likes maybe. I also just think people don't like you, like the quote says. Like, I got 700 plus followers, but an average of 3 viewers, just proves what he's saying. Right. What's weird though is another perfect example when it comes to stats. One of my biggest videos are currently right now on YouTube, which is from this July, which is almost 1,400 views. It's 20 likes, 1 dislike, and it talks about how to fix encoding on Twitch and on how to work your OBS. A tutorial video. Nothing to do with streaming at all. Well, it does, but it's a tutorial video, and I've always wanted to make one of those. But the fact that that did so well, and I could tell you, I could say, what did you do? How did you make that happen? I said, this is what I did. I went and I looked and I said, is anybody making an OBS tutorial video on version 25.0.8? Is anyone doing that? And I noticed that nobody was. And I was like, okay, looks like nobody is making that video. And so then, so I was like, okay, let's make a video and see what happens. And it got views, right? So like a way to get yourself noticed is you have to do something that nobody is currently doing. So that could almost be like the perfect segue. I should probably just pull this up on Twitch. It's see, the problem is, like, I hate talking about this stuff, but at the same time it makes me feel better about myself. This is one dude that did this, by the way. This is one guy that did this. And he made this whole thing. So it might seem like I'm shitting on him, but I'm not. I'm just, you look at this and you go, this looks exhausting. So this is called Stream Scheme, how to get viewers on Twitch. This is how to get more viewers on your Twitch stream. I think he must have made this because he's like plugging in his own content and doing all these things. But create valuable YouTube videos. Sure, I can see that. Master game selection tactics. This one is where it becomes a fucking headache, right? So like, they talk about, you know, are you starting on Twitch? Is it very difficult to get your channel seen if you are streaming oversaturated games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Apex, Valorant, League of Legends? I actually told this to, I actually talked to Toph about this, and I said, you probably shouldn't play these games because these are where you're going to get, you know, buried. But then he talks about these sites like this. Use sites like Sullynome or Twitch Tracker to research best games to stream on Twitch. So before I don't want to like click on something and then it just shows something I'm not supposed to. So let me go like this really quick. And show you something, because this is laughable. Here, is this what it is? Yeah. This is the site. So this site, okay. So this site is, if anyone's ever heard of this, but like best games to stream this hour: Super Mario Maker 2, Skull the Hero Slayer, Heroes, Chess. So you want to get more viewers? This is what you do. You go to this site and you look at what people are not really playing, and you go, this is the stream. Slay the Spire, War of Warcraft, GeoGuessr, and I guarantee you there are people who do this. Just Chatting, let's see, Diablo 2, StarCraft, Art, Anno. It just goes on. This list goes on and on and on and on and on, right? So then if I go back and I go and I search for a game, we're gonna say like Borderlands. We hit search. It'll say, okay, what game do you want? And then you do Borderlands 1. And it will say there are now, currently what's happening, there are 10 channels, 16 viewers, and 2. And then they say, look at how detailed this is. Most popular channels: Monday 4 a.m. viewers, Monday 10 a.m. at 39 ratio, Monday at 11 a.m. 5. Least popular would be Monday at 8 a.m. So guys, if I want the viewers, right? So if I want the viewers, I have to start at this time. I have to go Monday at 8 a.m. and I'll have that's when it's good. And then these are the least amount of viewers at Monday at 6 a.m. So I gotta stream, guys. If I'm gonna play Borderlands, I gotta stream at Monday at 6 a.m. because I'll have 0 viewers, and that's what's gonna help me grow. But it's like, well, if you look at that, you go, well, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, it could. I don't know. It's just weird. Like nobody when I was playing Heady, nobody was watching me. Nobody was watching me. Nobody was. But then randomly, you may get someone that comes in and just randomly decides to search Hetty, and there was a viewer that came in and watched me and started talking about Hetty when we did our attempt of 24 hours. So that happens. Like, people come in, they see what you do, and then they're just like, oh, look at this, wow, that's so interesting. So like, when you look at this, does this excite you to go, yeah, I want to stream, or does this exhaust you? Because to me, when I see this, and this is the work that I have to do in order to grow on this platform, that doesn't sound fun to me. That sounds like a chore. That sounds more or less like what I'm doing is I have to like work really hard. And they say, well, you're supposed to, that's the point. And I go, that's not what I want to do though. I just want to do this thing, and I want it to be organic. I just want it to be just natural. Like, I don't want to grow my channel through raids. I don't want to grow my channel through, I want it to all be word of mouth. I want it to be just like organic. I want it to feel like, you know, how else other things would happen. Like, I don't want to be known as the person that said this person made you big, this person helped you succeed. Like, I would rather have everything just be organic. Let's see, if we go to, let's do like a more like popular game. What's a really popular game that everyone is doing? So like GTA. So if I don't know if they're gonna actually know this word. No. Okay, so Grand Theft Auto, since GTRP is huge again and everyone's playing this game, you have right now 2,969 channels that are playing this, 29,945. So if you really want to play this game and you're like, I want to get viewers, and this is the time to stream it, they tell you that the channel to stream, or the day to stream it, because you'd want to look at the least popular. It really depends on the category of the game. Like, Borderlands didn't really have any at all, so you don't really have to pick or choose whatever. But most popular time is Saturday at 10 p.m. and Sunday at 12 a.m. ratio. This is your, I think it goes to your time zone, I believe, as well. So if like you're looking at this from a like UK perspective, would you say, well, is this going, actually I don't even know. Oh yeah, so like the time zone, so you have to adjust this. So like I'd have to actually put it to Central America. So now, yeah, my time zone was actually not correct. So this is Central America. So the most popular time that people are playing GTA is Saturday at 4 p.m. With viewers at Saturday at 6 p.m. It's really popular basically on Saturdays, but the least popular, look at that, Sunday at 5 a.m. viewers. Sunday at 3 a.m. Holy crap, dude. Imagine imagine doing all like this just so that you can play your game that you want, so that you can get the viewers that you want, so that you can enjoy it. Oh my god, it just gives me a headache just seeing that. But it's not what's funny about this site though, and what's interesting about this site is that a lot of people will tell you, and that they'll say to you that this is actually not legit, and that they're not geniuses, and that they don't really know what they're doing. And so that kind of can suck, because you can look at all this and you can do all that and you go, and then you go, okay, well then why am I looking at this? And it's like, well, just so that maybe it works. You know, maybe it works. I don't know. But then if you went off of this time frame, then you really couldn't keep to a schedule, could you? You know, like you could technically now not keep, because they tell you schedules are the most important thing. Schedules are what guarantees you to get more viewers. Like, everyone's going to give you these mixed reactions and tell you all these different things, but to me, it isn't necessarily giving me any more. Like what that's more or less doing is that's actually giving me more of a headache than anything. We're gonna go back to that guy's site. Try multi-streaming. Don't try multi-streaming, please. Don't do it. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a waste of time. It doesn't. If you want to be like, well, it helps me know what place I'm gonna get more viewers in, I'm gonna say just don't waste your time. Like think about every single person that was a big streamer like Thalion, like Ninja, like Shroud, who went to Mixer. Did they gain any more viewers? No. Like they had maybe like Ninja never maybe the first day a lot, but then he never all of a sudden now was the top. He was the top mixer streamer, sure, but nobody, if people don't want to go and follow you where you want to go, don't go anywhere. Like, just don't. They're gonna stay where they want to stay, regardless of how awesome your content was. Trust me, I've thought about going to Facebook gaming before, and then I've even asked some of my most loyal people here. I've said, would you come and watch me if I went to Facebook gaming? They said no. And I said, no, I wouldn't watch you if you went to Facebook gaming. I wouldn't watch you. I don't like their UI. I don't like the way it looks. So like, people are gonna do what they think works. Ask friends and family to watch your stream. Yeah, I tried that, by the way. I tried this one by posting stuff on my Facebook. Can you guys even see this, or should I like zoom in? Like, ask friends and family. I tried that, by the way. I tried that. I put my stuff on Facebook so that my friends and family could come and watch me. Nobody ever fucking did. So nobody cares. Nobody wants to try to. If people are not interested in what you're doing, they're not going to care about what you're doing. So if I asked them and I said, hey, come and watch my stream, they're going to, like, you have to find people who are also interested in gaming. Like, they have to like games. If somebody is an auto mechanic, or if somebody builds houses for a living, and you go up to them and they're your cousin or they're your uncle or they're whoever, and you say, hey, come and watch my stream on Twitch, I've told that helps people come and watch me. No, it doesn't. Like, a lot of those people are probably going to be like, I don't know shit about video games. So then, do you know what your chat is filled with when you have people like that come into your chat? It just fucking looks like this. That's what it fucking looks like. Looks like a bunch of fucking random like shit and a lot of different stuff, because nobody knows what the fuck to say in your channel, and it looks like a bunch of just random mess and craziness. So there's no reason to ask your friends unless your friends are interested in the same thing you're doing. Like, that's how that works. Play games with your viewers. I've seen this. Okay, I've seen this self-handedly, this one. Play games with your viewers. I know it's behind my webcam, and I'm sorry if I'm taking up most of the stuff, but I've seen this self-handedly be like, if this is like someone's main form of content, right? And I watched this one dude back in the day who did a bunch of Forza Horizon games, and he would play with his viewers all the time. He would have contests with his viewers in the sense of like what his viewers would watch, or what his viewers would want to see in cars, best competition, whoever wins gets a gift card to something, whatever it could be, right? But then the stream starts to turn into like, if one day you decided to step away from that to play something else, then the chat's like, when are you gonna play with us again? When are you gonna do that with us again? And it's just like, then it's like, man, like, you guys just can't be ever grateful. And I believe it says many Twitch viewers love to play games with streamers, especially on the stream. Create a community night 1 week or twice a month where you can play party games, all join a Minecraft server or play a PA games. This engagement will not only help you with your follower count, but will create a relationship with your community. Many will return after the stream, even on non-community days. So yes, I agree with that in the sense of like doing them maybe every now and then. But oh, here's a good one. I read this and I laughed. Do a 24-hour stream. Streaming for 24 hours may seem daunting, and it is, but it also generates. Let your viewers know ahead of time when you plan on doing it, and ask your viewers and let the friends know too. Here's what's so crazy about that, by the way, right? And I'm gonna break this analytic down in the sense of that it makes no fucking sense. This year, when I did an attempted 24-hour stream without really promoting it, kind of just did it, said, how do I feel after 12 hours? I'm gonna do it. I did it, and I had more engagement, more people talking, and more people actually watching my stream than the year before when I made the fucking announcement. So again, another theory that I can throw out the window and go, this doesn't make sense. This isn't true. This isn't actually something that I would say is legitimate. So you can start seeing and you can start looking like it's gonna work for some people, sure, but for me it's more frustrating because I could read all this stuff and be like, yeah, this is it, dude, this is what you gotta do to grow, and it doesn't always work out because it doesn't always look as easy as it seems. Here's an awesome one that I think this is really good. Play the games you enjoy. Absolutely 110% agree. While the game selection is very important to your growth, it is also important to create the content that you enjoy. And the above video Elijah M explained that playing a game he didn't enjoy nearly caused him to quit streaming. Even though he experienced incredible growth, he realized that he was experiencing streamer burnout. Not only can you end up hating your hobby, but your viewers will often be able to tell you that you aren't good, that you aren't having a good time. If you aren't enjoying yourself, they will likely not enjoy themselves either, and they are likely to go elsewhere for their entertainment. So that's very true, and I agree with that. But then that kind of contradicts the whole, we were just on that site with Twitch Link or Twitch Strike, and it was saying when's the best time to play that game. So you have to play games that you enjoy, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff that you have to legitimately kind of break down and go, what do I want to play and what do I want to enjoy? I used to constantly think that if I didn't keep my viewer retention, if I didn't keep the focus on the viewers, and I wasn't always interacting with you guys, that I thought that, you know, you guys would leave because I'm not constantly giving you that attention. And like now more than ever, like I've been trying to make this stream more about just like playing the game and enjoying myself. And if you guys are having fun, awesome. But I'm not trying to like make you guys laugh. I'm not trying to make you guys mad. I'm not trying to do anything to trigger you guys in the sense of like using an emote and chat, whatever it might be. I just want you guys to be able to like come in here and say this dude has good vibes, and that's all I'm trying to give, rather than trying to do all this like all these other extra things. That's why like today in particular we're just like doing just chatting, because I just feel like right now games sometimes people need to hear this, like people like me especially, who just kind of feel like, oh, what, you know, how are you feeling with streams and whatever. Use creative stream alerts. Okay, this one can be true, sure, but this is the problem with this one, okay? If somebody wants to come into your stream and every single one of your alerts are constantly popping off and they're going crazy and they're whatever, I could legitimately tell you right now that not everybody's gonna love that. Some people do come for the game, guys. Not everybody comes to your stream just to see crazy fucking shit always happening. Oh my god, fucking shit not everybody does that. And if you want to do that, Twitch isn't the place for that. A place to go for that would be a fucking party, rave, a club, a bar, wherever you want to go. That's where you want to go for that kind of stuff. I don't feel like Twitch is the kind of place where I feel like you have to like have crazy shit happening. What if there's like a really cool moment happening in the game and a super immersive moment and a really crazy shit happens and all of a sudden the moment's ruined by some dumb shit? I'll never forget this moment actually. It was so funny. I had this moment happen where I had somebody, I was playing Ratchet and Clank, and I was playing the third game, and it was like right towards the end of the game, and it was like a really cool moment, and I wanted people to hear it. And then somebody just goes Rockstar Party and puts it in chat, and I'm just like, why would you do that now? And they're like, because I'm being funny. And I'm just kind of like, you know, and then it's like that moment's now ruined. But then some people have to be like, well, I'm going to turn the alerts off for this specific game because I want to be immersed, because I want to not be bothered by the alerts because this game is really serious or whatever. And then those people don't want to come to your stream because they only come for the alerts. Just really just dumb stuff. So like this stuff you could try, but just realize that down the road, it's not a forever thing. It's not a forever thing. People that have been in my stream for a while have known that I have changed a lot of stuff, have done a lot of different things, and I have constantly always done something different. And the big reason that I have constantly done different things is because of these set examples. Should also send go lives to your Discord server. This will help people your current following remember that you are around and called. The more viewers you have in your chat, the higher you will rank. Okay, well, the notifications don't always work. I think the most powerful thing is to get people to just turn on their Twitch notifications. If you have a streamer that you have their Instagram notifications on, I don't even know if you can do that. Their Facebook notifications, I don't even know if you can do that either. I think you can. And their Twitter notifications and their Discord notifications on. You're a super fan, I guess. Like, but I don't know anybody. I probably will have to, like, if this channel ever got bigger, I'd almost have to ask and be like, what did you do? You know, I'd have to be like, what did you do you know, where your viewers coming from. I know somebody who gets 3,000 4,000 viewers and he never once posts anything on any social media that he goes live, because his viewers understand and know, and because he keeps to a schedule. So his way and his motive, and that's something that I think is very true. If you keep to a schedule and people like to watch you, don't make it easy for them. The only benefit for you as a streamer to, you know, post when you're going live or letting people know what's happening is if your schedule is inconsistent. But if you are very good at knowing that you are going to stream, let's say Monday through Friday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever, or they just know in general that you always start at this time, but your days are all over the place, you don't need to tweet or put on Instagram or put on Facebook or put all these things, because they now need to take that consideration and go boom, 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 boom. The only time that maybe the streamer may get annoyed or actually start putting the schedule down is if the streamer got constantly asked, are you streaming tonight? Are you streaming tonight? Even though they know you constantly start at a specific time, the streamer himself or herself may get annoyed and go, are you streaming tonight? Are you streaming tonight? Are you streaming tonight? And then they'll finally be like, oh my God. And they'll just get really, really mad. And then finally be like, I need to make a schedule so people stop fucking asking me if I'm streaming tonight. Here's another one, create a podcast. Remember this, Gavin? Once you have a good streaming equipment, and a lot will transfer over to the podcast world. Create podcasts that talk about gaming, the games that you love, or streaming culture as you begin to grow your stream. Reach out to smaller streamers and ask if you can interview them. Not only will this help you generate content, but the streamers will likely share your podcast on their socials, helping you grow larger over time. But again, if they only like your podcasts, and that's what they're going to listen to. They're not going to want to listen. Like, some people may say my best content is when I do these type of talks. That's why almost like sometimes I feel like this specific video has so many views than any other view that any other thing that I've ever shared, because it just seems like when I'm talking or speaking about this kind of stuff, people go, oh, you really kind of like know what you seem like you're talking about, and it's really easy to listen to you. Be energetic and happy. It's your job to entertain your viewers. Do whatever you can to show up in your stream in a good mood and hype to spend time with your community. Be energetic doesn't mean you have to be hyper, but that you bring the energy to your stream. Energy is subjective. I would say energy is very subjective. Somebody could talk like this the whole time as they're streaming, and they just have this voice when they're doing this, and people think that that is hype, while somebody needs to always speak like this and talk and have this weird constant voice, and then that's their type of thing. I think what people don't want to listen to is like if somebody is just always bitching and moaning and complaining, and maybe that's like something that, but I don't know, some people like that because then they go, you also bitch a lot too, so do I. So being energetic is a very subjective thing. Make friends in other channels. Again, guys, this is a sketchy one. It's a sketchy one. I mean, yeah, okay. Like, I honestly, when I met Gavin, or I met Melon, or I met Llama on Twitch, never in the back of my mind did I ever go, or even Dan, or whoever else I can probably think of, any of these people that I met on this platform, never did I think and go, I want to help you as a streamer. I want to help you grow. I want to help you whatever. I just do this because you seem like a cool person. You seem like really, really fun, and I just want to get to know you. Create custom emote badges. Host a charity stream. Charity streams work if you actually have the viewers to do it, though. I wonder what this is like, who this is talking to when I read this. Like, who is this speaking to? Is this speaking to like people who have 10, 15 viewers, or somebody who has like 2 or 3 like I do? Host fun events for your viewers. Anniversary celebrations are something that I love to do in this channel, so I like doing that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if this stream had a consistent of maybe like 10 or 15 viewers, like, this stuff would be easier for me. It'd definitely be easier. Host/rate other channels. Okay, let's read this one because this one is maybe one I might rant on. When you are done with your stream, rate another channel that is similar to your size and content style. Spend 15 to 20 minutes hanging out with your chat in the channel before you log off completely. If you like the channel, then make sure to rate it again in the future. So what this person's saying is, don't even assume what the person is, don't even get to know them, and then raid them. While this tack doesn't always work to gain new followers and viewers, as you become more known to other streamers, you may be able to set collaborations with them. That's the shit that pisses me off. That's the shit that pisses me off. It really, really, really does. They may even raid you from time to time if they end their stream early. Once you have new friends you collaborate with often, you can set up your channel to host them even if you aren't online, and they may do the same for you in return. This give and this take and this blah blah, just do it to do it. If you have this in your mind, if you have this in the back of your mind when you're getting ready to do something to someone, I'm gonna tell you right now, you got to get that out of your head. You got to get this out of your head. If that's what you think is going to work, just realize something, that if any drama happens related to them, you're now part of the problem. If anything happens where, let's say you joke around and you talk shit about them on your stream, but you're just joking, they then go to that streamer and then say, so-and-so was talking shit about you, and then that starts Twitter drama. So all of these things could you do? Yep. But now you are censoring yourself more often than not, because now you have to kind of like play that leveling field of all these things. There is the option, obviously, too, to just turn off raids. The other option, though, is to have it where the only people that can raid you are people that you're following. You, the streamer themselves, are following. If they are not following you and they raid you, or if you're not following them and they raid you, it won't even go off. It won't even be recognized, which I think is super smart. I think is probably something that I might end up doing and turning on, because then that makes it so that no random people come into your channel and raid you, so that it just doesn't feel like super awkward. Building a Discord community does work, yes, but it's another thing on the side that you do have to work harder to keep people going. Branding. I've never understood that word. Your branding can include specific colors, logos, imagery that your viewers will. So like this stuff, like these things, I guess. If that's what you consider a brand, sure. Personally, I'm there for you. I'm not there for your colors or your designs or your cute little stuff. I say, fuck. When I'm streaming, I'm not even here so that you guys can be like, look at my background. That's my brand. Like me now. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm like legitimately just streaming to like just play games. Let's see. Giveaways are cool. I've always wanted to do giveaways, even if it's just like a $15 gift card or whatever. But again, giveaways would be fun if you had more viewers. Again, these are all fine, but you have to have more viewers to do it. But don't like try to guarantee anything. Like, don't try and do this for the viewers. Don't do this because you want viewers. Do this because you have enough viewers to do it. That's the key. Like, do it because you have enough viewers to do it. I can say for a fact, like a perfect example for me, and I always bring up the number, but if I had 10 viewers on my channel consistently, if I had an average of 10 viewers, I would a lot of the time consistently do giveaways or community nights or something, because there's always that chance that maybe 2 or 3 of them would be actively talking to me and maybe possibly want to join in on the fun, or they're at least listening. They don't have to talk, they're at least listening. But when you have 2 or 3 viewers, that's harder, because not a lot of people are always going to listen to everything that you're saying, and may walk away occasionally, and you're kind of more doing those kind of things. Titles, really? Nobody reads the fucking titles, dude. Nobody reads the titles unless you're like DTRP and you want to know who the streamer is, and you like type in like no pixel and then the character's name, and maybe that might work. But like, if I right now put on my title of my stream and I said exclamation point giveaway, maybe. But if I put I'm trying to think of like this title that I'm saying, let's look at games to play together. Do people go, oh shit, this looks fucking amazing, I'm gonna come watch the stream because he's gonna play games? Like, what do you want? Like, don't overthink it. The streamer mode does nothing. Enable a streamer mode for Twitch. It says it only takes a few minutes and it will change your status whenever you start streaming. Raise of hands if anybody has had that enabled and that has gotten you more viewers. Hasn't worked for me, so that's not necessarily always true. Sometimes people like chatbots in the sense of like they'll have like something like mini games with your chat so that you can like bet stuff, or have like this bomb is about to go off and you have 10 minutes to have this bomb go off. That stuff, if you like that stuff, or you think that's going to benefit your stream, I don't necessarily think that's going to really benefit your stream though, because if you actually are having like, I don't know if it would bother people, but it bothered me if like I was having a deep felt heart conversation with my community and all my chat was doing was betting while I was talking about it. Like, yeah, sure, whatever. But at the same time, like, if that gets people to engage in my channel, what if I'm like trying to tell you guys like I'm having a really rough day, and then people are just like betting and taking each other's points from each other, and they're like, I got your points, bitch, and you're just like having a really deep conversation with your community while this is happening. Like, clearly they don't care about you, they just like that your chatbot's super fun to use and they just like to be there for just that specific thing. So you got to, as a streamer, say, can you guys stop fucking doing that and pay attention to me, please? Or just disable it. And if they leave because of that, well, then you know who they are. And if that really does bother you, you could always just ban them from there and be like, I don't want you in my stream anymore because you are not there for the reason I want you there. Do you want your bot to be the person that keeps your chat entertained, or do you want to keep the people entertained? Think about that for a sec. Get your channel seen in listings. What does that even mean? When building your socials and a fan base on other platforms is important, you need to eventually start attracting people through Twitch listings. Here are a few ways you can find yourself in the top 2 rows of your category or be shown on Twitch's homepage. If you are streaming a game like Fortnite as a new streamer, the odds of you being seen by viewers browsing listings is the next to nothing. Instead, look for the best game. Yeah, this was the thing we just did. Play on saturated games. Encourage your viewers to create and share clips for your streams. Even if someone views a clip on your social media, they'll have a greater chance of seeing you on their homepage next time they visit Twitch. What? What? Or this one right here? What? Encourage viewers to create and share clips of your streams? Oh, are they share where? I don't know. I'm not gonna beg you guys to do anything. I don't want to beg you guys. There, like, if you have a stream deck, I actually have a button where I can just make clips on my own. I don't want to beg people every time something happens. It goes, okay, can someone clip that for me? Also, guys, before you continue, can you guys all like get together on your social medias and just share that clip for me? That'll help me out greatly, and it'll help people notice the stream more. Like, you gotta beg, I guess, to grow on this platform, huh? You gotta beg. You gotta get on your fucking hands and knees, dude. Please, 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 please. Please help me. Hype trains. This one is kind of interesting. I've almost wanted to try it, but people actually have to like donate to you, which rarely happens in this community. But I have seen like streams where you're hype. If you are in a hype train, it does bring you to the front page. I'd actually want to know if, like, for people who have them enabled, if I were to ask them and say, did you actually get new viewers from a hype train? Like, because nobody really likes the emotes anyways. But I want to almost know if like people have clicked on a stream because of a hype, like chat currently in a hype train, and they go, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this, I'm gonna check out this channel because it's in a hype train, rather than the game or the personality of the said streamer. Use Reddit to bring in your potential audience. The problem with Reddit though is it's hard to say. I'd almost want to try it. Like, I'd almost want to take one of my like Fall Guys clips and like post it in the thing and see if it would actually bring in viewers here. I doubt it, but it'd almost be kind of interesting. I know when Craig had someone posted one of like Craig's moments when he was playing Dead Rising 2, and he had something happen in there, and the clip like just took off, and some viewer from his channel like posted it in like live stream fails on a subreddit, and a few people came in. Maybe it was like 6 people though, but the amount of views that the clip generated was like I don't know, we'll just exaggerate, like 2 million views. But out of those 2 million views, you only generated 6 new viewers to your channel is insanely bad. Like, So that sentence doesn't necessarily say this is how you get more people to bring in an audience. Oh, so I have to have this many viewers in or this many views for the specific click to maybe possibly get more viewers. Isn't necessarily the greatest way to go about stuff. Play games with your viewers absolutely is fine. Sometimes I think this is one of my most favorite things to do. Play with viewers or just play with a certain person is always fun because it doesn't even sometimes feel like you're streaming. It's a lot of fun to do that. Network with other streamers on Twitch. Network is such a fun word that I hate using because it's just like I don't really care. Like, network with other streamers whose channels are about the same size. Look for content creators where you find entertaining or within your same niche, and who believe that your audience will love. Support their channels frequently when you get the chance and grow a relationship with them over socials and Discord. I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. Maybe I'm just old school, but I don't want to look for a friend that has very similar audiences size to me. And that could be like, oh, that's why you're not growing on Twitch, and that's why you're not successful there, Levy. That's why you're struggling. And I would say, but that's not how I want to become your friends. Again, I talk about organic. I want to become your friend organically. Like, I became Craig's friend organically, and he had 200, 300 viewers at the time. Not same range, not nothing. So that doesn't always work for everyone, right? But what I'm saying though is I went into his channel, talked with him, socialized with him. If I still talk to him to this day, he'd still remember who I am. It's not like you have to build relationships with people that are based off of certain views, because then it's like, well, this guy has 200 viewers. There's no way he's gonna give a fuck about me. Try it. Try becoming friends with that person. I know FMG, if you hung out in his channel enough and you talked and you socialized, I guarantee he would consider you as a friend. Yes, he may not raid you or may not host you, but if that's what you consider a friend on this platform, then you need to get the head out of your ass like real fast, because like, to me, that's not how you should build friendships on Twitch. You should not build friendships based off of, well, the person never raids me and the person never hosts me and the person never, I know that exists. Well, he didn't even add me to his team. Well, he kicked me out of this group. Like, oh, he never includes me in anything. Like, if that's how you socialize with friendships on this platform, like, I feel really sorry for you. Like, I really want you just to be able to just organically enjoy people and not be like, oh, well, I'm only friends with this person because of the amount of viewers they have. Like, that's just, I don't want to be around you if that's kind of the attitude you're going to have. Talk to every viewer who chats to you during your stream, which is very obvious, especially for smaller streamers. Try to remember your viewers. Yep, that's all fine. Yep. Use Instagram to grow your IRL. Yeah, I think I already read all these. Use a green screen with interesting backgrounds. That's a big one. That's actually a real big one. And this is, I want to highlight that because I want to say use a green screen and interesting backgrounds. Here's where I'd say you can use a green screen. If you're actually going to just have, let's say, I'm just going to have a green screen because that's what the streamers are doing, don't get a green screen then. Like, get a green screen if you're actually gonna like use some really cool effects or something in your channel that is going to utilize the green screen. Don't use a green screen if it's just to be like, well, I just don't want to show my background and I want to make it look as less colory as possible. Like, be comfortable in your environment. And if you know that this is a comfortable thing because you know the things you're going to use is going to utilize it, then do it. But anyways, I think that's like the majority of those topics. I know I kind of like went over some of them and not all of them, but there was a lot that I went over. A lot of these do make sense, but for somebody who's been on the platform for like 5 years now, I could tell you, and I could say to you why some things work and some things don't. But this is why he made 67 different things. This said streamer, if you go to his channel, only has 9.3k followers. Now I could say you could say 9.3k, that's a lot of people, right? But this dude made so much content. Don't you feel like he made so much good information? Don't you feel like he should maybe have like I don't know, a more of a following or a lot of people? I don't know, but for me, I feel like he should just like have almost like 100k or 200k. But I see a lot of people make this type of content to hopefully generate or benefit. This is a very good site though. Like, this does a lot. This is a good site to maybe like help you if you're ever stuck on something. But it's always good to look at it and go, I've tried that and this is why that doesn't work, and just whatnot. But like, you as a streamer have to find out what works for you and just do it, and not try to be really like mad about everything that you're doing. Cause like I used to use Nerd or Die's like overlays. This screen is all customized by me. Like the font of stream will be starting soon. The hoodie, like I found this stuff on Google. The background, all those things, all that stuff is me. Like that stuff is like I originally were gonna use like Nerd or Die stuff, but then I was like seeing how many other streamers used it, and I was like like I just stopped. Like I don't like to copy other people and consider it like unique. Like I'd rather just go to Fiverr. Fiverr's a very good one, custom made for those type of things. But if you're feeling lazy and you just want to just download something and you just want to have something like I used to, you could do that. But changing your scenes up, doing different stuff, like I've actually that's the big reason why I actually love having this background and having this type of thing with no green screen is like slowly but surely I'm gonna have stuff on the wall that you're gonna see hung up. I keep talking about it, but like I'm gonna have a blanket over here that's gonna be a Mass Effect blanket. I'm gonna hang up a stitched mask somewhere over here, maybe like I have to like almost have my webcam on so people can like, so I know if I can see it, but that would be like a mask right there that I would put on, and maybe almost like every stream, like I show it like it's on, but then I take it off and I hang it right up and then I sit back down, is almost kind of like, this is what this whole gimmick is, about glitched. And I just like that style and that kind of like feeling. So, the whole background to my story could be like, oh, well, the reason why I have the stitched mask and whatever is like that is because the only time I really want to show who I am or what I'm about is when I'm streaming or when I'm playing games in front of you guys. Only time I can feel comfortable. But then when I'm outside with the rest of the world, I hide myself behind a mask and I don't want to know who I am. That's why you consider myself like ILLusiveLevy, because like, I'm only really Levy when I'm here and I'm not really Levy when I'm out there. I'm somebody completely else, and that's why I hide myself from them, but I show myself the real you, show you guys the real me, just stuff like that. And that can be branding, that can be. But you don't have to like tell people that. You could have your own story, your own background, whatever, but you don't have to feel like you need to do that in order for people to feel this feeling of whatever you're doing. Yeah, I sometimes kind of feel like more people sometimes enjoy listening to me talk about this kind of stuff some days than they do maybe listening to me talk about, or just like sometimes like playing games. And it's the reason why I sometimes feel like it is because you get a different perspective from me, and I don't ever want to like tell people or say to people, if you're doing the thing that I mentioned and I say don't do it, I don't want you to stop doing it. But I want to know why you think it works, or I want to know like what you think benefits from it, or what do you think actually is going to help you in the long run. Because I don't know, I think the biggest mistake I see is too many people trying to do too many different things and trying to do way too much stuff. And I think at a certain point, it just starts to feel more exhausting than it does anything else. And I don't want to like tell people you can't do anything and it's not going to work for you. It's just, trust me, I've been there. Like if there's something that you want to tell me and you could say to me and say like, I've just felt like this, I probably have been there. I probably have felt that way, for sure. And yeah, I think for me, Twitter is just going to come down to straight just me, just when I tweet stuff. I'm not going to announce that I'm live. I'm not going to announce that I'm doing anything crazy over there. Facebook's going to be the same way. I'll use YouTube still as a form of like maybe just VODs. I still need to work on like, I have all these old videos that I can post from all the way to 2016 that I should just upload to YouTube. But I think the only thing that I can really hope for is that when I stream and I do these type of streams, is that I'm giving you guys just any type of just something to watch. I hope that when people come into my streams, they're not trying to hope that I make you laugh, that I make, you know, I want it to be more or less, because you know what, speaking of like making someone laugh, I was playing Uncharted like back like when it first kind of came out, like I was doing an Uncharted series, and I remember a viewer came in and said I was super funny, always making him laugh, and always just, it was just, oh my god, I couldn't stop making him laugh. Lol, after even if I just said what, it was just, I don't know, just laughed at me and everything I said. And then he said to me, you know, the next day he came back and he's like, all right, I'm ready to laugh my ass off again. And I was just like, okay, well, I can't promise you that everything that I say is funny all the time, but I hope that you could just be here because you like being here, not because I'm funny. And then he just kind of goes, nah, dude, you're funny. You're going to make me laugh. Just watch. And then I think I was pretty serious that stream. And then he left maybe after like 10 minutes because I didn't make him laugh. And then I never saw his face again. So that's the kind of thing that that's like an example that I bring up, is that I don't want people to be here for that reason. Like, I don't want people to be here because I make you laugh, or because I look cute to you, or because like, I'd rather you be here because you just enjoy being. But a lot of that stuff a lot of the stuff should be just something that you should just know naturally. But if you ever wanted to get into streaming or do the streaming stuff, I think one thing you just have to kind of realize is that you just kind of have to know that, at least for me, if I'm looking at you as I'm a viewer in your channel, I am probably, and this is something that I think a lot of people need to hear, I am overthinking way less than you are. And what I mean by that is if you think that I'm worried about, if you think that I'm worried about what your green screen looks like, if you think I'm worried about what your background looks like, if you think I'm worried about your audio quality, your webcam quality, your game quality, how good you are, how bad you are, whatever, I legitimately don't care. Like, I am not there for specific things about you. Like, I am there because you give me the feeling of an overall just, this is something that I could watch or enjoy. But my biggest thing is sometimes I honestly just want to load up anything and play anything and just see how it goes and just see if I like it. The other day I loaded up Dauntless, I loaded up Valheim, and I loaded up Path of Exile, and I loaded up Borderlands, just to kind of see what I would feel with each one, and all of them I wanted to play. And I was all just like, oh, I really want to play all these games. But then, you know, I'm in my mind going, fuck, I really want to play these games, but I don't want to play these games. Well, what if I get bored? And then, well, what if someone backseats me? Or what if this happens? And then I as the person, and Gavin has told me too, that you just need to just tell them to stick it and just tell them to shove it up their ass, because they pretty much just need to just know that Gavin worded it perfectly to me yesterday when we were talking about it, is that he said that you don't like unsolicited advice. I hate that type of shit. I hate people who will say something when you didn't even ask. Like, if I'm like, so wait, like if I'm like playing like Phasmophobia, and I'm like, if I'm like going and I'm looking around and I'm like, oh shit, how do I do this? What the fuck, man? Shit. Okay, fuck. And somebody goes, put the book down, so the ghost can write in it. I'm like, if I would have said, should I get the book and put it down? I mean, would that help? And then somebody said, that might not be a bad idea. I'm okay with that. But I didn't even ask your opinion. You just flat out just said, get the book and put it down. I'd be like, didn't ask you. Like, but okay, thanks for your advice. You know, like, I don't care, sorry. But that's where it comes down to. It comes down to that type of stuff is more annoying to me than someone, if I was like, should I get the book, or should I do this, or what do you guys think? Then that's fine. But the unsolicited, constant, do what I say, do what I say, do what I say, do this, do that, do that, do. I'm just like, I don't want to hear it. And sometimes I feel like maybe the only way that I could probably help that is if I put it on follower mode. And I was like, you have to follow me for an hour before you can backseat. We tried that once with a Bloodborne stream of mine. And we tried to, we put follower mode on 10 minutes. I think Gavin might remember this if he's still listening. And I remember I was playing Bloodborne. And no, maybe it was Dark Souls 3. I don't remember which game it was. It was one of the games. And I put it on there. And he and the dude followed. I saw my Streamlabs that he followed me. And then I know that 10 minutes went by and he like just started backseating right away. Like, you waited 10 minutes. And then I pretty much just like told him like, I don't know if I told him to shut up. I'm pretty sure maybe I didn't even say anything. But in my mind, I was like, really? Like, you waited. Like, you were probably trying to type shit and you're like, oh, I have to follow in order to talk to this guy. Shit. Well, I guess I'll just follow, wait the 10 minutes, and then backseat. But I don't think people would wait an hour. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. I don't think people would wait an hour. I think people maybe 10 minutes, but then again, I think I would probably get more overall satisfaction if I just told people flat out no. Because it is hard. It is hard to tell people no without feeling guilty or bad. But you do have to realize that anybody that comes into your stream or anybody that comes into your community or anybody, even if they're really just honestly like good friends of yours, don't be afraid to just tell them no and shut up. Like don't be afraid. If they legitimately are going to end their friendship with you because of that one sentence, then they were never your friend to begin with. Like, they were never wanting to ever socialize with you whatsoever. Perfect example that I can think of is I hate that I always bring this up, but it kind of hits home to me. Is like in one of like Gavin's streams, he had an argument about somebody with ROM hacks. And the reason why it hits home with me is because like I would have conversations like that with my community. But my example why I bring that up is because if he had somebody come into his channel and he was a long-time viewer that's been around for about 6 months to a year, and then that conversation came up and then they unfollowed you and left and never came back, that person was never your friend to begin with. Like, that person was like gonna be out the door the second they disagreed with anything that you had to say. Like anything that I'm talking about right now and anything that I'm sharing with you guys right now. And if anybody goes, this shit's boring, unfollow and leaving, they were never your friend to begin with. They never wanted to be around and enjoy what you had to do because I'm guessing half of them have to be kids. So that's my only like conclusion is like you have to be like super young in order for that to happen. I feel like, I don't know. My mindset right now with like streaming or watching people is not trying to find smaller channels. Like, I'm trying to like just watch somebody I find interesting. If you go on my follower list right now, here, I'll tell you right now how many, if other people want to do this too, if they're curious, my lowest viewer count channel and how many of them there are is one of them. I have one person. The next one is 16, followed by 56, 76, 83, 118, 158, and it goes up. Some people probably, their highest view count is maybe like 158 because they just don't want to follow anybody above 200 viewers because that's too much for them. Because some people like to engage a lot. My highest view count is 19.3 K. That's my highest. So to me, that's just how that goes. Like, I would rather watch somebody who has a good personality rather than somebody who is completely like the view count shit. Like, I don't know, like, that's not what I even got into Twitch for, in my opinion. And I'm happy where I'm at. I will say that I am happy where I'm at. I would say one thing I take away from all of these things is that I would wish that Twitch would have more of an organic growth. They'd make it easier for people like me to be suggested to someone to watch, rather than me having to do the work myself. I'm not saying that I'm lazy. I'm just saying I feel like a piece of shit if I went into a streamer just to benefit them from their viewer count. Because I know there are people out there that do that, and I hate that people do that, and that's not what I stand for. Like, I'll watch Jay when I can, who also streams. I'll watch Toph when I can. I'll watch all those guys, and I enjoy watching those guys, and I like hanging out with those guys when I can. If the others streamed, I would watch them too, but like in no benefit or any shape or form. If I had to tell them both, I would say, I hope that you don't expect me to help you grow, because that's not what I'm doing this for. Like, I'm honestly, the reason why I'm doing this is because I just like you as a person, and I hope that you succeed. I used to be a really like stubborn little guy who I used to hate people that if I had let's say 700 followers, and somebody just started streaming on Twitch, and then within a month they already passed me followers. I used to be so mad at that stuff, and I'm just like, instead what I do is I break it down and I go, this person probably knows people more and organically gets people more and knows more about what's happening, then that's why it's working for them. Like, they know more people than I do, and that's why it's succeeding for them. So like, the whole popular thing we talk about on Twitch, I am the like unpopular kid sitting by himself at lunch, and just maybe someone might come on by and say, hey man, how are you? And that's kind of who I am on Twitch. You know, like that's how it looks. So like, that's kind of how I have to look at it in order to continue to enjoy it. People might go, oh my god, that sounded so depressing that you said that, but it's like, that's the realism of the truth though. Like, that's the thing. Like, that this is nothing but a fucking popularity contest, and that's all it ever will be. And you want as many people to like you so that you can get more people to come into your stream, blah blah blah. So, you know what's actually, I bring this story up, I haven't, but what's interesting is if people are like ever curious and like they say, well, how did Craig ever raid you, or how did Craig know you were a streamer? Legitimately, he never knew I was a streamer. He just, I guess, clicked on my name, because if you go on people's names, you can click on their names and just see. And I'm guessing he just was curious, and he clicked on my profile like while he was streaming, and he was like, wait, you stream? And I was like, yeah. And that's how he figured it out. So you also have to find that kind of streamer that's willing to be like, this person seems really cool. Did they stream at all? Like, almost, actually, I don't know if anybody else does this. Gavin, I don't know if you do this, but anybody who generally follows me, I always go click on their page to see if they're a streamer themselves. That's what I do almost all the time. I always go, if you followed me, I go on your page and I see, do you stream as well? What kind of content do you make? Oh, okay, interesting. And then I just kind of let it be. Do I follow them back? Maybe I should, but I don't always. But if I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, cool, that person followed me for this reason, whatever, cool, that's awesome. But I'm always kind of looking and being like, okay, that person followed me because of this, that's cool. But that's it. That's why I do it. That's how I would figure out somebody was a streamer. Somebody doesn't have to flat out tell me and go, I'm a streamer. I'd be like, so am I. I guess that's what I would probably do. But I don't know, a little ranty tonight on some stuff, just talking about whatever. I guess what I'm trying to tell you guys is that I kind of just want to just be like super loose and just like not try to give as much as a fuck anymore about things, and just kind of just do things. I feel like tonight was very weird to not like post anything anywhere about me streaming, going live. I didn't post on Twitter, I didn't post on Facebook, I didn't do Instagram stories, Facebook stories, I did nothing. And I'm still generating the same amount of views that I would get if I did the same thing, which is proving my theory. I'm exactly proving my theory. I still do it on Discord, but that's a bot that does it, so that's kind of different. It's not really me doing it. But if you want to follow my content and you enjoy what I do, and if anybody was new and they wanted to hear it, I would just tell them, and I would say, turn on your Twitch notifications, because I don't want you to feel like you need to follow my Twitter to know when I go live. You need to follow my Instagram to know when I go live. You need to follow my Facebook to know when I go live. I'd rather use those as just branding places where I just talk about whatever. And I think I need to start kind of like cutting back a bit. Like I need to start making almost every media platform a different purpose for things. Like maybe Instagram's a cool place to put my clips and all my highlights of those things. Facebook, I don't really know. Facebook is just dumb. It's not even really. I honestly just like use it for, talking in wrestling forums, and then Twitter could just be about just random things I have in my head. And then you could also obviously use the stories and stuff too. But if you're posting legitimately everything the same on every single site, I feel like you're gonna be more annoying than you are anything else, because then a lot of people are just like, there for like they're following all your stuff to see you post the same things. It's like, why am I following them all these places if they're just going to post different stuff? Like, I feel like I'd be more engaged with the streamer if they post like all their clips or like random stuff that I don't ever see on their Twitter, on their Instagram, and never anything I see on their Instagram they actually post on Twitter. Hopefully I said that right. But like, that's kind of like how I like to see, is like, I'm following you all this stuff because everything is different. And even if you use Instagram just for stories, like that could be also a different thing that you could use as well.